Well, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with a quick video first and foremost. Hopefully, the Most High in your house shall. Hopefully, these don't fall. And flies. Hopefully, the Most High in your house shall is blessing all day, man. You know it's crazy, man. Yeah, about His mercies. You know we aren't consumed. You know it's crazy, man. I was just meditating on this like last night, man. And you know it, and it actually happened because I was actually helping one of a brother, like I had a little session, helping the brother something. He ain't in the word, but it's good brother. Yeah, man. And I mentioned this too. Like honestly, as a side too, like shout out to brothers from somebody firstborn too, because he mentioned this on the class last night on the video, and on the class on the service last night, and like a lot of times, especially when we come into word, man, we gotta get to know and chase the Most High in your house shop, man. Get to know them, man. All that things will be added unto you. Let me just guard that, man, because a lot of times, actually, what? I'm glad I even mentioned that, because Lord willing, I'm gonna touch on that, in another video I do, man, but. Cause honestly, man, that's what it is, man. All that stuff will, if you want a family or things like that, that's gonna come in due time if the Lord sees fit, and that's all of His will. Cause a lot of times, even our brothers outside the word, man, don't always like I said, man, shout out to Brother Chronicles of Judah, man, those comic book movies, superhero movies, they lay out the formula, even other movies as well, man. As a man, when you want to reach a higher level version of yourself. You got to be alone, man. Honestly, man, and seeking the Most High in your house shot, man. Or just even if you, outside the word, seek a, yeah, man. Just one seek the Most High. One, I would recommend y'all seek the Most High in your house shot. I pray that our brothers our people that's outside the world come in the house, come in the fold. But we seek to always just be alone, and that way you reach a high level version of yourself, because you'll get to know who you are. You're still figuring things out, man. Because I'm still figuring things out. That's all. And remember, 2 Corinthians 16 says, the Most High in your house shall is your God. But I'm still learning who I am. I'm still figuring things out as well. Because this life is a journey, man. The Brother Chronicles you said, life is that's why this knowledge is akin to a river, because it's constantly flowing, you're constantly learning, man. Even in life, man, you're constantly learning, man. In your 20s, you're learning new things. In your 30s, you're learning new things. You're adjusting that. 40s, 50s, 60s, you're constantly learning, man. So that's just is what it is, man. And the wise man wants to learn, wants to be teachable. That's what I forgot where it's at in Sirach. It says that wise man wants to always be teachable, pretty much. But yeah, man, always just because honestly, man, chasing most out of your house, because don't come in here looking for a family, a wife, or things of that nature, or even brothers outside the world. Because I was actually talking to him about, I was like, listen, man, I was like, listen, brother, you can do what you want to do, man, but I was just focused on yourself, man, getting your things, reaching a high level version of yourself, man. Because honestly, like I said, Jacob was alone when he became Israel, a higher level version of himself, man. He spiritually grew, spiritual maturity, he spiritually grew. Noah was alone, Abraham was by himself. I'm saying in the physical sense, in the spiritual sense, the Most High house child was with those men, so you can't be alone. But in the aspect on the natural sense, on the physical sense, because he said in Isaiah, call Abraham, I called you alone. We know Noah was alone. John the Revelator was alone. It happens all throughout the scripture. When men they really needed to get in tune with spirit, get into a higher level version of themselves, they went to the Most High house shop, man. They fasted, prayed, to grow in the spirit. But that's just is what it is. But yeah, man. But even our brothers that's outside the word, man, always just focus on yourself, man. Honestly, because Batman became Batman, in the whole Christopher Nolan trilogy, he came Batman alone. Even in the original Superman movie. Oh my gosh, this thing. Gosh, it's ridiculous. But even in the hit my ear. Even in the original Superman's and Man of Steel, Christopher Reeve and Henry Cavill. I think it's Cavill, but he went on Superman when he went on those little glaciers of ice, that little thing. Spider-Man, Peter Parker came Spider-Man when he was alone, man. So yeah, man, it's just all these flies gotta go, man. I'm kind of upset about that. Anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, I forget, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. Always, reach the high level version of yourself alone, man. So let me get this Matthew real quick, cause, um, but because he mentioned like women, things of that nature, and you just realize how much Yahushua comes in the volume of the book, which I'm about to get to after I go into this. Because a lot of times this is true. Like, a lot of times people get upset at the scripture, and people like, but you really gotta like, it is what it is, though. Matthew chapter 6 and 34, it says 33. I said, and it says. It says, "Seek ye the kingdom, but seek ye the first the kingdom of Yahweh and His righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you." Yeah, man. So not only seeking the physical, this is talking about the physical kingdom, but you search, the spirit, the inward man as well, man. The physical kingdom, but the inward kingdom, man, the kingdom inwardly, man, going, because the kingdom, house I said, what the kingdom is within you. So reach a high level version of yourself, man. Killing that old, killing off that old man, dying to that old man, killing off that work, that inward man, killing off that old man, because that's what part of it that was Jacob was, man, when he wrestled. It was that inward man as well. But also too, man, it was a sister that put this on her acronym. I'm not sure if she made it up or not, but it's true. Beautiful sister, by the way. But it was on Facebook a few weeks ago, and it says grow. It says getting rid of old ways, man. So that's is what it is too. So yeah, man, that's what it is, though. But yeah, man, because a lot of times, like, when we come in the word, like, you gotta seek the Most High in your house. Seek them, man. Honestly, man, seriously, seek them. You know, but yeah, man, but that's just a side note, because he's talking about women and things of that nature, man. Because honestly, in that Malachi is so key, man. Because and like honestly, too, man. Because I think he mentioned this on Ezekiel, the class a few days ago. That honestly, man, like you gotta keep the Most High house shot first. Like Malachi even says, like, the Lord, I change not, man, because they're the only constant, man. Like the Brother Chronicles Jew always said, listen, people also said this, people going to change, time's going to change, things like that. But the Most High house shot, they're the only constant, man. They're always going. Even what did David say? Listen, my father and mother forsake me, you always going to be there. So no matter what, the Most High house shot, man. That's it, man. So that's it. If they're with you, who could be against you, man? So. That's just is what it is there. But which leads me to this, man, because we know the brother, even because even Ezekiel, because like even talking about this, so since talking about women, like Most High took Ezekiel's wife. It didn't say like Ezekiel really loved that woman, because then it said in Ezekiel 24, he said the wife. Let me just look at it real quick. Let's get it real quick, man, because he told him to feel nothing afterwards, man. So. It says Ezekiel 24, 16. It says, "Son of man, behold, I take away the desire of thine eyes with a stroke, and yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shall thy tears run down." So yeah, man, the Most High said, listen, he took Ezekiel's wife, man. He said the desire of his eyes. So he really loved that woman, man. And he said, and she died of a stroke, man. But he said, listen, don't mourn nor weep, man. So honestly, because the Most High is like only constant, man. So he's a very jealous God. Once you even see some constant, he's like, okay, you're loving this more than me. I'm gonna take that from you. Honestly, like that's what Job is about. Honestly, well, that's part of the reason what Job is about. But like Job even said in Sirach said he could bless you even tenfold. Like honestly, man. So, yeah, man. That's just is what it is, man. But yeah, but that's just But you just do it just to do it, man. This is our. But what. But yeah, let me grab this in Sirach. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, man, yeah, so yeah, man, that's just is what it is. But let me get this though, bro. Let me get this. Yeah, we was mentioning women things of that nature. I mentioned the scripture to him, but it's crazy too, man, because what happened with that yesterday is the fact that it was actually which led me to this video. Well, as part of me was led me to the video. I was just thinking, meditating on it, but here's the thing too with our sisters, man. Honestly, man, because that's why a lot of times, one, the scriptures tell men when to be quiet. Specifically men around my age range, or just men to be quiet, when to shut up. But and a lot of times too, like it's a lot of times like women, man, they just like they a lot of times don't understand, like what it is too. That's why it says that Isaiah 3:12, because when it says women shall rule over us and children are oppressors, man, because that's why, like I mentioned in that video a while back when that happened to me with the young brothers, young Jakes out there that was talking about me, my bald head things, and that I just kept walking, because I was still concerned about them. I was like, listen, man, that's dangerous for y'all, because y'all, one, I don't know who y'all are, and y'all don't know who I am, man, because they could have lost their life. But two, part of me I wasn't like I wasn't too upset about it, because I realized that they yeah, my bad. I keep interrupting, man. That's Satan with the word. It is what it is. But yeah, I wasn't too upset about. Back to the story, I wasn't too upset about, because I was like, all right, cool. Probably no strong, even if their father's not there. Probably no strong men or men that's around there that's telling them that. Because it is. This was this generation, man. Because what it is. That's what I can tell. Certain brothers, certain men out there didn't have, don't have, because my father didn't know my life too. I was, my mom, I kind of same thing, raised by my mother and things of that nature, and my pops was in and out of my life, but I still had some certain men around me, things of that nature, older men around me, but kind of matriarchal background, things of that nature too. So it's like that that's why there's the word coming in, because we get the Most High. The Most High how shall teach you, guide you to manhood. But it's certain things, like that men that are being raised now to be overtly disrespectful, man. That's why I can tell, like, actually real men are around, man, especially for our young brothers out there, man. Our brothers, this are men out there of our period, man, because as men, man, there's certain levels of respect that you have, that you have to have decorum and respect, and honor that you had to carry yourself in, man, honestly, because when you're overtly disrespectful, man, that's not a masculine trait, being overtly disrespectful. That's not. Certain men had to, we gotta realize that, just being blatantly disrespectful. That's how I could tell that most of the times, with that situation, I'm not mad, but a lot of times it's not all women per se, but majority of women, that's I think, for me, I see as man, that's what I think subconsciously, because here's it is, man. Here it is. They think a lot of times, that's why, with the Isaiah 3:12, that second problem 8, and are women now trying to be so hard and masculine, things of that nature, because they equate that to manhood. They equate that to I guess they feel like they have not only the penis envy they have, or because it is what it is. Let me say this too, because in their nature, honestly, but see, it's all a domino effect, man. Because it's because a lot of times too, when we talk about the man, I mean, this dichotomy of man and woman, but it's all in the spiritual aspect. Because a lot of times, because shout out to brother Chronicles of Judah, because he said this too. Because even in the nature, even how much, it doesn't matter. Women, they just always because the energy, the spiritual energy that a man has, they're just inherently jealous of that. Even it could be the greatest woman, not all women, because. But what that's why that's because that's what that scripture means when it says the churlishness of a man is better than the good woman, because it's just talking about the nature, man, of it, because that's why I'm about to get into. There's no wickedness like a wickedness of a woman. So I'm just about to get into all this, man. But they're just inherently jealous of but not all of them, but majority I've seen that they're just inherently jealous of the spiritual energy that man has. Now, why do you think that the WNBA exists? That's all that WNBA exists is really penis envy. That's what it is. Now, there's a lot of those sisters in there good and skilled, could probably beat me. Yeah, probably so. That is what it is. But a lot of them are pretty good at what they do. They're very good at what they do. But still, it's just that's why I mentioned that video about the mom teaching her son how to block and stuff like that. I actually seen that the other day on a commercial like when I was watching NFL on Sunday. They have like, or what was it, Monday night? I think Monday or Sunday game, whatever. They had these mothers out there tackling their sons, man. It's just like, when we live now, like that Jeremiah 31:22, and like, the divine feminine mother goddess worship. We're in that climate, and that energy has been being pushed out. So that's just is what it is there too. So, but a lot of times too, like I said, that's what why NBA, the NWA, and the NWA, NBA, WNBA, I'm sorry, WNBA exists, man. That's why they exist, man. Because and on the low too, like honestly, the NBA has been funding them too on the low. Honestly, I wouldn't be, not speak as a man, but I wouldn't be shocked that that's really the case, because they probably been funding their league for years. But I say that to say, because they're like, and also too, all these like movies, classic movies, remakes, man, they had put a female lead, or they were recreating men's stories, man, because it's just, and because it's just innate and like kind of. It's in a lot of times, most times, women's nature to be kind of jealous. That's why I talk about like, men, you shouldn't be jealous of your woman or your wives, or just jealous of that, or like, or just like, or like the video I did about a woman being jealous of like, man, well, watch out for that, man. Like, even the most slight, subtle things, man, you don't want to be like that, man, because that's is what it is. There's naturally like, that's why like the Ghostbusters remakes or this and that, they remake or reboot things of that nature, like what things that were of a man. But they have a female lead now, because I think that's where Queen Latifah was on the Equalizer show. And that was one that was before Denzel Washington. That was a TV show. Then they made it in a movie with Denzel Washington. Now they had Queen Latifah for some years. The show been on. I'm not sure if it's still on now. But that happens. Like, it's their inherent, and that they're naturally jealous. Just like I'm saying this in the spiritual aspect. Just like a lot of times, like a lot of times, man, just in general, they want to be. They're jealous of the Most High house shot. They want to be God, man. Honestly, like so it's all a reflection that mirrors one another, man. So it's me not just actually talking about women, but it's the kind of the same dynamic. Like, you just want to be him. Like, that's why, you got this problem. You always those scoffers, atheists, or unbelievers, or they make slightly digs and shots at the Most High in Yahushua, or the word in His word, things of that nature. Because a lot of times they just want to be the Most High, honestly, like But one in the aspect of the power that the Most High has, because one, they don't want to actually be people like that. They don't actually want to be like the Most High, man. They don't want to be like who He actually is in Exodus 34:6 and Numbers 14:18, like the merciful, gracious, long suffering. They don't want to be that, but they just want the power. Same thing with the women. They want the power that a man, like they want the power. They want the power that a man has. Honestly, they didn't. That leads me to that. They were not all women, but most women, because there's some women that actually like Proverbs 31, and the righteous women weren't in this Bible. They just love their roles. They just want. Even there's some women out the word that They just love them being in their nature and their actual role. Man, they don't want to usurp the the authority. Honestly, like the godly authority. Like even that's kind of what that Romans 2 kicks in. Like people that like even because that's not Romans 2 is not also talking about like it's talking about actual Gentiles like that do things that's in the word, that's like keep the law up to unto themselves, do things that's in the law, even though they don't have the law, even though they don't have the law, right? Or that goes for our people as well. Like some of our sisters, even some people in the word, like outside the word of our people, they do things that's contained in the word, but they have a heathen state of mind, and like Gentile state of mind. Not only the other nations, but godless. They're not in the word, but this is naturally who they are. They keep the commandments to a degree from who they are. Because I know certain people like that. Like my homies kind of like that. Certain things. Of course, he's worldly. He's still a sinner. He still does like things that he's out the world. He's in the world, but certain things, characteristics who he has. That's just what he does. But if that makes sense. But. That's neither here nor there, but yeah, man. And but back to what I'm saying though, they equate that like being overtly disrespectful, like with power, because they feel like empowered. That's why they love like the certain like corporate America jobs and things of that nature. And there's nothing wrong, like if they have women in that, like Hey, it is because no, he had women worked in the Bible. It's women that worked. They all weren't stay at home wives. That wasn't the case. But the ones like they loved like having that. A lot of women they certain positions or certain things like they just love having that superiority over men. But I said to say, man, because this little situation yesterday, I was on my way home. It was kind of on me, man. I was trying to it's one of the OGs around here, one of the people around the way. I said what's up to her, and I crossed the street, and I wasn't too like what you call them, and then they, when Jake is a bunch of niggas on the block, whatever. I kind of walk. I didn't walk up on him, but I just kind of walked and tried to get his attention. But he was talking to somebody, so he didn't see me. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. But I did that to say because a lot of times too, you can't. You're so you could be walking somewhere and you be so busy, or you not see somebody. Pretty much you didn't speak to pretty much speaking to people, man. People around the way that you used to speaking to, if the person didn't see me, he might go like, "Oh man, damn, what I do stuff like that." That's why I said I was trying to get his attention, whatever. If that makes sense, man. I was trying to speak because that has happened to me before. Like I was like, "Damn, okay, that person might just be going through something, or I don't know why that." But people switch up like that, though. That's neither here nor there. But no, I said to say, man, because when I walked off, I didn't mean to walk up on them because they wasn't like it was like on the leaning on the cars or whatever. So I was like walked away. So I was like, and I heard the sister. She was talking about some. I don't understand why. And then niggas do that. Why'd you walk up on a bunch of people? I was just like, oh my god, it's like Eve, man. A lot of times sisters, man, they gotta learn to be quiet, man. Honestly, man, because one, they don't realize a lot of times some women have this. There's a very few threat assessment. They don't do realize that, man. I was with my homie, man. A few when he came. I feel was it a month or so ago, man, and he was crossing the street, or whatever, and the women, I guess they was trying to keep going, and he stopped. I don't know. It was something that happened, and the woman kept talking some stuff out the car, and we just looking at each other. I was like, yeah. He said, listen, man, that's how most people get killed, man. Especially that's how actually a lot of times too. That's even says inside right. Most I don't think it says it's all right, but man, most of the times, when things happen, most murders and wars happens, man, it's over some stuff a woman said. Now, is it always there on them? No, because certain things should be let go, but it's also some stuff things of that nature that But a lot of times that's the thing. Women they had to realize to be quiet, man. Honestly, man, because that's why I always go to that's the 1 Samuel 18, man. Even though I don't think her intent was bad, it's a certain things that shouldn't have been said. Now that wasn't on her that Saul was envious of David. That's not on her. But I'm just saying when David said Saul slayed thousands, but David said 10,000s. Me, if I was there hypothetical, man, why would that woman say that? Or even when Peter denied Yahushua, man, one that a woman had picked him out. He said, "Oh, there you go," because it's always a woman. They just always had to kind of run them out for a lot of times. Not all women, but a lot of them are. But I said to say because I'm about to grab this and I'm kind of digressing, but because it kind of leads me to the volume of the book, because I've seen this. Because when it says this, let me just grab this real quick. Here, let me get this Sirach chapter 25 real quick, man. It says, what you call them? Let me get this Sirach 25. It says, 25 and 13, man. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. So yeah, man, it's there's no wickedness like the wickedness of a woman, man. And on that, I'm just talking about it on a natural sense, because I'm about to get kind of on a spiritual sense how we could look at this as well, man. Because but yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of people get mad at the scripture, things of that nature. But one, it's just it's just talking about nature's things, the ways, the limits that a woman will go to, man. And I say this is true because I've seen this happen to my lifetime. It's not really a gender war thing, the circle of conversation I want to go into. But one, first and foremost, the Most High and Yahushua, they know their creation, better, they know their creation, man. So honestly, if you was a righteous good woman, you won't get mad at that. You just know what it is, because how women vindictive and things of that nature women can be. There's no limit stop where they can go. So that's just is what it is. That's why even when it says a churlish man is better than a good woman, it's just lining up with this, man. It's just saying what you call them, the nature. It's just talking about the natures of the two. Now, of course, there's good women, right? Because one, it's like one, you can't get too upset with that because one, when the whole Susanna thing happened, did those men get away? Did those wicked elders get away? No, they didn't. It's a bunch of things like where things of that nature, like Yahushua with the what you call 'em, with the woman about to, she didn't get stoned, so things of that nature. So no, it's a bunch of righteous women. It's not saying wicked men are going to get away. No, it's not saying that because we seen that we seen that with Susanna pretty much, man. So when it says that in this scripture, what is it, Sirach? I forget where it's at. Actually no, let me get this real quick. It's just talking about the natures. It's just like that's just is what it is. That's just is what it is too, because I just seen this happen in my lifetime for certain men, certain brothers, certain elder brothers. I just seen it like happen like a lot of times. That's why I know the scripture is true. But when it says no, the churlishness of a man. Let me grab this. Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. I don't have to get it, but yeah, man. It's just saying when it's. I think it's 42, man. But I think it's 42. Yeah. Yeah, but Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 42:14. It says, "Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman." I say, which bringeth shame and reproach. So yeah, man, it's just going into the natures, man. Because like I said, the whole Susanna thing, those wicked men didn't get away, man. Because Susanna was a faithful and an upright woman, man. So she woman that feared the Lord, and she was. So if that was the case, then Susanna would have got unjustly, killed, things of that nature. So that's not the case. That's not what that scripture is saying. But so yeah, that's pretty much. I'm just saying that on a natural sense. Why? Because a lot of people have a problem with this scripture. I was actually looking this up a few months ago. I was looking at the comments, like when I brought this. I don't know. I was looking at the comments, things of that nature, and and there was a little in the chat room about the scripture, but it is what it is, man. But on the natural, let's get it on the spiritual sense, because on the spiritual sense, this is talking about the wickedness of Israel, man. The wickedness, it's talking about Yahushua, and this. We'll see this. We'll see this, man. We'll see. Let's look at this, man. It says, because I was meditating, I was like, oh man, Let's just see, man, because it says, give me any plague, but the plague of the heart. Remember the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman, man. So that's why I said, give me the plague of the heart. Let's go to Luke right quick. That's why Yahushua said, what? Take this cup away from me, man. But Yahushua, he did, for his name's sake, for him, the Most High's name's sake, he died, and also for us, he died, But for his name's sake he died, and that's also for us. But remember what it says. It says, give me any plague, but the plague of the heart. And he was plagued the heart when he says, listen, take this cup away from me. And he was sorrowful unto death, which I'm about to get. So, because this is all talking about Yahushua here. Because, man, listen, man, because, I was talking about this with a brother the other day in Discord, man. We really get in shout out Akkad War and brothers like Kwame Call and brothers in 71st Born. You got to really read this in Yahushua's perspective, man. Because, it says, give me any plague of the heart, and let's get this. Because he said, give me any plague of the heart. Let's get Luke chapter 22 verse 42. It says, saying, Father, if thou wilt be willing, remove this cup away from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine. But thine be done. So yeah, that's going to see, because you realize it's not about my will, what I want, it's about what you want, Father. It's about the Father's will, man. Actually, because I actually probably might talk about that soon, man. But Lord willing. Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, man, that's why I went to in that First John at the end of the day, man. It's better to do his will, because his will leads to everlasting life rather than your will. Because a lot of times that scripture is brought out, it's not only talking about celebrities. Like as brother actually mentioned it, the other last night, brother from 71st, but what profit a man that gains the world but loses his soul? Because a lot of times we look at this for the people on the left hand side, or this people, entertainers, politicians, celebrities, the rich, the wealthy, the elites, things of that nature. It's not just talking about them in that aspect, but it's talking about that's why First John 4:4 says, better than you that he is that's in the world. That's going to, okay, you live your life, got everything you want, but at the end of the day, but at the end, the Most High, how shall I kill you? Things of that nature, and things of that nature. Like, that's just is what it is. You did your will pretty much, but you didn't do, this pretty much aligned with that Proverbs 1 and one in that second Ezra 9. And actually, while we read it yesterday, Isaiah 65, I called, but you didn't answer. Or they see, like second Ezra 9 says, listen, they receive benefits in their life, but they never knew me. So, by death, like, they had to know me. So, that's is what it is. Same thing with that nature, man. So that's what that really is talking about. It's talking about your will, pretty much, man. Like doing your will, that what man profited, gain the world and profited soul, man. That's why it says better than you that's he that's in the world, man. Honestly, doing the most high Yahushua's will. Because like First John even says, like, I read the other day, like, it says his will is going to last forever. The will of the Most High, Yahushua is going to last forever. So yeah, that's just what it is. But because he loved his father's will. But going back to that, because he said, give me any plague of the heart. So, he was plagued of the heart, man, because he said, listen, he said, Luke chapter 22 verse 42, saying, if thou be willing, remove this cup, this cup away from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. So yeah, because that's what the Lord's prayer, thy will be done, man. That Proverbs 16, that James 4, like, at the end of the day, man makes their plans, but at the end of the day, the Most High Yahushua's will going to be done, man. The Most High's will is his will. So, but yeah, man, that's that wickedness of woman. Let me get this, that plague of the heart. Let's see where he was plagued at the heart, because he said, listen, give me any plague but plague of the heart, and the wickedness with the wickedness of woman, man. So let me grab this, man, because we that woman, man, because a lot of times, too, when all the stuff I did say about women, man, because it's all reflection. That's why he says in Hosea, or is it Amos? I think it's Hosea, that he's not going to punish them. But of course he's going to punish them, like he said, like, but we're kind of now, we see what our women going through now, is a reflection of how the Most High House sees us, man. We want to be self-willed. We want to do what we want to do, man. That's how we act towards our that's why in the clip my mom had sent me, like, that Christian brother, he was right, man. He said, listen, we're getting mad at the women. We want to attack and, like, kind of condemn them, which, that correction, things of that nature, what we see is very, 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 it's time for that. There is, there's nothing, or even the word does it, but still, like, okay, well, we had to instruct them. We had to be an example for them, honestly, because for how we had to follow our husband, like, how if we want them to follow, like, us, like, their actual husbands, we have to follow our husbands, like, things of that nature. I'm not saying there's men out here that aren't doing that, of course, but we had to be that example, honestly, because that's how you act. It's all pretty much what we see as a reflection to how we're treating your God. That's why the Most High comes us to children and women, man. Because honestly, man, because how we act is how we see children and women act is a reflection of how we are acting as a whole, as a nation, towards the Most High Yahushua, our God, man. Because it is what it is, man. So, yeah, so man. So why honestly, like, as a collective, I say it as a collective, man. So because so while, like, even with the Most High Yahushua, like, but bless us with these, he does bless you, good woman, as long as you're doing, like, as long as you fear him, things of that nature, like doing what he commands. But why would he bless us when you act in the same way towards him and then Yahushua and towards your husband, man? So that is what it is. But here's him being plagued in the heart, man. Yeah, man. It says Matthew chapter 26 verse 38. It says, then he saith unto him, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. So yeah, man, he wanted to die at that point. He's like, that's what he said. He was sorrowful unto death. Like, yeah, man, because, like, a lot of times too, man, like, you I know I still have to go, but that, like Sirach said, like, don't be against the covenant of the of the Most High, being comfortable with death, man. Because a lot of times, like, you don't think you are, but you're not, man. Because he didn't want to die there, man. Because Yahushua, he lived the human experience, man. Like, so it is what it is. That's why Hezekiah went on his deathbed. He's like, no, Lord, because he's like, it's a balance. Certain men ready to die, like, most, even Yahushua was, but even in this instance, like, he went through a human experience. But, like Moses, Elijah, Tobit, some men like this, hey, Lord, take me now. But, like, like Hezekiah, but Hezekiah on the other hand wasn't like, Lord, please, like, then the Most High extended his life 15 years. But yeah, man, it says then, verse Matthew chapter 26 verse 38. He says, then he saith unto him, my soul exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. So yeah, man, exactly, man. So Yeah, yeah, you know what it is too. That's kind of another topic. I don't want to get too much topic off the topic with that. So yeah, man, he was sorrowful. He was plagued in the heart, man. He was sorrowful unto death, man. So that wickedness is the wickedness of woman. Look at that Jeremiah 6:2, because we all know who killed him, man. We all know, like it was that was us that did that, man. Because that wickedness of the woman is this too. Um, Jeremiah 6:2. It says, "I have liked the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman." So yeah, man, that's the weak on a spiritual level, man. Honestly, now because he mentioned this last night on the thing, man. Because there was, oh my gosh, that fell. It don't matter. It was pockets of us as a nation being righteous, but why we can't be as like a lot of times be as nostalgic or like the utopian as a brother Simbi Firstborn said, man. Because that's how we see our people now. Our people like honestly we can't yeah. That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah. That's what I was going to say too. It slipped my mind because the brother Quan 144, shout out to him. He said this too. Like I was watching his Lil Wayne in video about him being entitled about the Super Bowl thing, whatever. But he even mentioned, he said, "Listen, man, why does our people like he's talking about how rap and hip hop isn't a culture. There's kind of manifestations of things, man. Like of and I think even the Red Chronicle Judah said that years ago. He said, "Why is like violence, crime, and whoredom, things of that nature? Why does that have to be our culture for us? Why that had to be something that represents us?" And I hear them. I was watching a video and I said this about. I'm like, but listen, man, we gotta realize that's where Ecclesiastes 1:9 comes in. Nothing new under the sun, man. Because though we are still saying we the same people that chose a murderer, a gangster. So it's nothing new under the sun. We still the same people, man. We chose the murderer over the Most High Himself, man. Because Yahweh Shai was the Most High, and like we chose Him over God. We really chose and Barabbas was a known thief, man. He was a known gangster. He was a known criminal, man. So it's nothing new. It's like nothing really new, man. So it's like we the same people did that. So a lot of times when our people say we glorify criminality things of that nature, man, that's nothing new. We still the same people that chose Barabbas, man. So that's ain't nothing new. I'm not taking a slight at it, but I'm saying to his point, I was just like I was saying that thing. I was like that, man, because I forgot who said this. I'm like, man, these are the same people that because and Barabbas was like well known criminal, man. So it was like that's why we see with all the even throughout history things of that nature like I even mentioned even a few months ago back in springtime my the students when I was working at school, man, I knew we still same people, man, because one of the little young Jakes there, he said, man, and a lot of people said this, man. He said, man, it's sad what happened to King Von, the same same Barabbas type, bro, a known killer, known serial killer, pretty much, he said it was sad to happen. Even young Edomite, man, he was just looking at him. He said, "I don't know how he can feel." He said, "Man," he said to the student, he said, "Listen, I don't know how he could, he said, listen, he kind of killed 13 people. You don't think he deserved that? I mean, that was his judgment, pretty much." I was just looking. I was like, "Yeah, we did. That's more confirmed." I was like, "Yeah." Pretty much, I'm like, even he understood that. It's just like, yeah, but a lot of our people, but it's nothing new. Like, you gotta realize, man, I think, a lot of times we look at the state of our people now, oh man, so evilness, the wickedness, but how I said, it's only going to increase. But we've been like that. Ever read this book, man? We've been like that, man. But that's why we had to show those we had to show that love, man. That's why love covers all, man. Once you show that godly love, man, that's gets stronger than death, and that covers all sins, man. That's that one commandment. That's why Yahshua says the greatest commandment. Love thy neighbor as that love thyself, and had that godly love, man. Because one, if the people not loving the Most High Yahshua, they're not gonna love each other, and two, that's just is what it is. So yeah, man, that's just and so yeah, because a lot of times too, that kind of reminds me of Ecclesiastes 4. Don't be surprised. Pretty much Ecclesiastes 4 when it says don't be surprised about certain things, man. So you gotta realize that too. So, but it's not late, man. That's why all the drill stuff and all the gangster and things been going decades and decades. Gang things that nature. That's we still the same people of that, man. So it's still But you know, even on that, like you know, a certain you know, uh, even with that though, that's a certain you know, that's another story for another day. Talking about that, man, because you know, um, yeah, that's another story for another day with that. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is though. That's what it says, like you know, wickedness, like a wickedness of a woman, man. That's going into like Israel as well. Like you know, cause you know this. Let's go Sirach 20 real quick, man. Cause you know what it is. That's why where they cause you know. No, it is. That's why you know it is, because it's no wickedness of the wickedness of the woman, right? So then, no, and he, Most High ken us to like Jeremiah 62, wickedness of a woman, man. That's why I know we the best gangsters, we the best whores, things of that nature. It's because like you know, because that's why like you know. Let me grab this Ecclesiasticus, also Sirach chapter 20 verse 9 says, "There's a sinner that hath success in evil things, and there's a gain that turneth into turn into a law." So yeah, man, that's why like you know we the best at that. Like you know that's why Jeremiah 4:22 says that children are wise to do evil, man. So that's just is what it is, man. So you know it is. I'm saying as a collective, man. So that's just is what it is, man. So it's nothing new on something, but yeah, man, that's where that more of a spiritual sense, where that wickedness, the wickedness of a woman goes into, man. That's just is what it is, man. So on a spiritual level, because you know, like that John 6:63, man. Your house, I was always talking spiritually, man. It's talking about that, man. Like you know, and we know, Lord. Cause let me let me grab this too. Cause I might touch on this later, and you know, cause at the end of the day, it's about the righteous and the wicked. It's about the like you know that it's that even beyond this, even before our people, man. It's that war between you know. But I see that Genesis 3:15, like you know, the Most High your house shall seize and the serpent seed, man. That's just is what it is, like you know, but. Cause honestly, too, man, like you know, it's just like that too. Cause a lot of times too, I went there because I don't like, cause even a lot of people a lot of our people outside the word, they think like you know, okay, you know, we see the state of our people, they must be better over here. No, man, those like Edomites, those like Ishmaelites, those Hamites, you know, all these other nations, man, or the Asians or the this and that. They don't get me wrong, they might be like you know, they just as wicked, but you know, in just different way. They wicked is too, man. Cause I worked in like you know. Before I graduate, let me get this Mark 8:15, man, because you know, yeah, because I worked in corporate America even last summer, man. So even in other spots, man, I dealt with Esau and those things that nature, and even other nations, man. So we can't get you know, because at the end of the day, it's about righteousness and wickedness. So let's not even like, yeah, that's what it is. Because Yahusha said this as well. Mark chapter 8 and verse 15 says, "And he charged them, saying, Take heed, beware the leaven of the Pharisees." So that's not the leaven of the Pharisees. That's talking about you know your own people. But not only that line up with John 16:2. Certain people within the households were of believers as well. That's going to line up with John 16:2, and also too now your own people as well. But also but mostly he says and of the leaven of Herod. So no Herod I do level the leaven of Esau. You know this current kingdom, like you know Edom, like you know, and the other nations as well, because you know they're things of nature. That's why you know Ezekiel 4:13 goes into like you know bread defile of you know a land defile. I mean bread defile of the Gentiles. I'm paraphrasing because like you know not only talking about actual bread, but bread is kind of like the word, the philosophy thing of that nature. So yeah, man. So let's not make that mistake too with them, man. But it's about get it though. It's because me. Personally though, I'm worried about you know because judgment's starting here, man. I'm worried about honestly my people, man. Honestly, I'm worried about them too. But you know I'm worried because that's where we're used to dealing with. So that's why because honestly we can't like you know it's like a house being dirty. I can't like you know worry about what's going on across the street with the neighbors when my house is dirty, my front yard is dirty. So you know there's times he's addressed them, but we honestly gotta be focused on us, honestly, man. Seriously, you gotta be focused on, you know, because you know a lot of times we're talking about like you know what's going on, But we gotta be focused on us, our people. And one for like that first, even that First Peter 4 even says, he says judgment shall start in the house of it's not only talking about like the house of me and his people, but the house of believers. Like us that's in the word, it's starting there, because because that's what Paul says. Listen, you're worried about those that's without, like our people outside the word, things of that nature. When we gotta be worried about judgment is going to amongst the believers. Then outside things that see, it's all a domino effect, man. So it is what it is. And also, I ain't gonna get it, but that second address, like, no, I'll get it, man. Because a lot of times I just don't want to. I say it to say, man, not to say like, oh man, to bring up the other nations too. Because a lot of times too, that's kind of immature, man. Because listen, man, like when the Most High, like when he judged like the other nations, things of that nature, he mentioned everything we was doing. So now we can't talk about like constantly. It's time and season for that too, because like Jeremiah, what was it? Was Jeremiah 20:33, I believe. Now I could be wrong. That one of y'all brothers correct me, because he said, listen, he did prophesy against other kingdoms. Our forefathers did prophesy against other kingdoms, other nations, things of that nature. But hey, listen, like judgment starting to see here at the end of the day, and I don't want to. But by saying this to say, because a lot of our times our people can make that mistake in the word, in the outside the word, that these people are just as like if we move out of America, things of that nature, it's just going to be like no, them people just as wicked overseas as well. Like there's in different ways. So But I mean, hey, if you do want to move out of the country, things and it's just, hey, that's on you, man. That's true. I don't blame you. I ain't mad at you for doing it, but just not have that like mindset of, okay, they must be like good over here. No, you gotta realize they just as bad. Like that's why I was in corporate America dealing with those Edomites, like those people that they shoot, they just as bad. They shoot this in different ways, but so I'm like, dang, shoot. So you can't. But yeah, let me grab this. Second address. I'm reading this in the Good News translation as well. I know I'm kind of digressing, but second address, chapter 3. I'm sorry, in the Good News translation with the Apocrypha, it says, "I said to myself, perhaps this Ezra. He says, I said to myself, perhaps the Babylonians has been allowed to conquer Jerusalem because the people who live there are better than we are." Verse 29. Here's the point. But when I got to Babylon, I saw more sins than I could count. And now for 30 years, I have seen many sinners here. Exactly. So I was perplexed. So yeah, man. So listen, man, it's about righteousness and wickedness at the end of the day. Because notice how he said, okay, listen, I know my people wicked. So I mean, these Babylonians must be doing it. But that lines up with that mark what we just read. Be aware of the leavens of sin of not only your people but also the other nations too as well, man. So it's like, honestly, because at the end of the day, it's about the Most High, the sons of God and the sons of the devil. That's what it is. What it is. It's that Genesis going back to the beginning, man. That's righteousness and wickedness, man. That's just is what it is, man. So, yeah, man. I just had to say it, but because I kind of strayed away from point, but yeah, man. But that all goes into wicked. There's no wickedness of a woman. That's the spiritual sense of it, man. How your house shall comes in the volume of the book, man. Honestly, man, because there's no wickedness. Like honestly, no wickedness like that, man. Because listen, how we really killed, like our Savior. We killed the Most High in the flesh. Like we killed God. We killed him, man. We killed Yahushua, man. So honestly, man. So yeah, man. Honestly, so and that's a little thing too, because like because a lot of times people like like say this is that's another conversation for another. They say it's the worst captivity. I mean, shoot. I mean, that would be the worst. Like one, even with captivity, that's just another thing to it. No, I might have to touch on that later, Lord willing. But yeah, hopefully this is edifying, man. I'm kind of rambling. So peace.